Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Today I have a 2003 Road King, a Traveler, and he says, my neutral switch is not working. Well, I'm going to show you how the neutral switch works and a quick, very quick diagnostics. All right, you saw at the very beginning, I don't have a neutral switch. So we're going to go down to where the neutral switch is. It's located on top of the transmission on this Road King. Right here is the neutral switch, and I have two wires. I have a positive and a ground here, and so I'm going to take these off. Now the question is it my wiring or is it the switch? Okay, I'm going to get these two wires up. I use little metal pliers. All right, so I'm going to turn it on. Have my cameraman keep up there and looking at it. Is there a neutral light? Yes, there is. So what did I do? I came down and I put the steel pliers and connected one to the other. So now I know wiring is good, ground's good, power's good. I need to replace the switch. Was that quick or what? Now if you own an early model, we're talking 70s, 80s, and you have a single wire going to your neutral switch, Sportsters, Buells, that's you guys too. The wire going to the switch is the ground side of the circuit. So take that off and touch it to the transmission, top cover, or some metal, or use a jumper wire to the frame and touch it to it, because that's the ground. If you touch it and the light comes on, it's your switch. If the light doesn't come on, well, then you got a wiring issue. And if you've got a wiring issue, well, then you have to kind of go a lot deeper. On single wires, you'll figure out if that going up to your light, the wire is broken, or if there's not 12 volts coming to the other side of your neutral light. Now, early models, 70s, 1970s, and maybe late 80s, the bulbs were replaceable, so you want to check that. But really, after the 1980s, they all became LEDs and circuit boards, and you can't replace just the neutral. You got to replace the whole thing. But neutral, it's easy to diagnose. It's the ground side of a switch. You got the two wires here. Now, if that didn't light up with me putting the two together, all right, now we got to diagnose which side. Well, the brown wire is the positive side, and you use your voltmeter to that, to ground, and see if you've got battery voltage. If you do, it's not the power side of it. Then you take the ground side and you ohm out that wire or put a jumper and go from that to a known good ground and see if that completes it. But right now, we're just fast diagnostic. Is it the switch or is it the wiring? Real easy on this model, and the two-wire system all the way up to 2023. I went over to a police bike and just checked it out. Took the two off, put my little pliers in, lit up the neutral light. So that's a quick and easy diagnostics. Do I need a switch or not? Now, to replace this switch, it's not easy. Sometimes I use a flare wrench, but sometimes that's even hard to get in there. So I found really nice fitment is an 02, 7/8 02 sensor wrench. I use these for undoing 2008, 2009 big wide band, well, narrow bands, but big 02 sensors. And this fits right on top. There you go. So now usually I can do it with my hand and start it, or I can get a little wrench in there and push it a little bit. But that fits really nice over the switch and gets it out. Switch is very narrow, not narrow, but very small amount of threads, so you're not going to be wrenching really hard on this. You've got an O-ring for sealing so the oil doesn't get out. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Really, we just wanted to diagnose, is it the wire or is it the switch? Now you know. Real nice and easy. The switch connects the positive and negative, or on a single wire, it's the negative side, and you can figure it out yourself. I'm Doc Harley. Now, if you own a 2019 and later, well, if you're going to diagnose wires, forget it. Body control module started getting in at 2014, and you're going to need one of these, and I doubt you have this in your garage. So if it comes down to the wires, it's not the switch, bring it to your local dealer. He's going to have to hook up because the IM now, we have an instrument module now. Yeah, you got to hook this up and see if your speedometer and instrument module is not working correctly or not. Thank goodness for old school. Just connect the two together and see if it lights up. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.